So check this out. Look at this article from News BTC. In their opinion, there is a top trader who is looking for Cardano or ADA to be a market leader in the upcoming bull market. Let's talk about it. This article was produced on the 12th of February 2024. Here it is, the 13th. And in a tweet, an acclaimed crypto trader, Gert Van Lagen, has pinpointed Cardano ADA as the potential frontrunner of the ongoing bull market. His analysis leans heavily on Cardano's foundational strengths compared to its rivals Ethereum and Solana. So we already know that he is bullish ADA. The foundational strength that he sees into ADA, let's see what those are. According to him, central to Van Lagen's argument is the concept of decentralization, where he posts Cardano as a model of fundamental superiority. He articulates, quote, Cardano stands out for its fundamental superiority over Ethereum and Solana, boasting greater decentralization and the notable absence of support from centralized entities like Gemini. Doesn't that sound just like Bitcoin? To where there's no centralized entity organization that is actually implementing and controlling protocols. Maybe Cardano takes it a step further in terms of that decentralization, but doesn't mean that it's going to be a leader in the next bull market run. This statement that he just said, that I quoted, not only underscores Cardano's commitment to decentralization, but also implicitly critiques the reliance of other blockchains on centralized support, suggesting a pure adherence to blockchain's original ethos by Cardano, simply meaning that some particular blockchains, cryptocurrencies, deviate away from that, quote, decentralization, end quote, and then focus on some other mantras, some other direction to where it becomes more and more centralized. So far, according to this article and Van Lagen, Cardano hasn't done that yet. And maybe it will never be that. Highlighting the critical importance of network reliability, Van Lagen points to Solana's vulnerability, marked by sporadic, inexplicable network outages of a few hours. He contrasts this with the inherent stability of the Cardano network, which he notes is mathematically embedded into the Cardano ecosystem, suggests a foundation built on rigorous scientific principles and peer-reviewed research that underpins Cardano's operations, enhancing its reliability and user trust. That's a whole lot of jargon, just simply saying that Cardano doesn't shut down. That's it. It doesn't shut down. Now, could the reason why Cardano's blockchain doesn't shut down, lose network connection, is it because people ain't using it? We already have facts that people are flocking over to utilize Solana's blockchain. So could that be the reason why ADA's not shutting down? The network's not going offline? Now, understand, I value everyone's opinion because they could bring something to the table that closed-minded individuals may not see and understand. But it seems to me like this article is just going a little bit too hard for ADA. Just a little bit too hard. Like, is he being paid under the table from Charles Hoskinson to speak this? Sometimes you got to see where people's angles are. Why are he such gung-ho on ADA? ADA could be a superior cryptocurrency. I have no doubts about it. But when you look at the actual facts, why haven't people flocked over to ADA then? Why aren't people building projects off of ADA's blockchain? I know there may be a couple, but it's not as many as Ethereum. It's not as many as being created on Solana's blockchain, on Polygon Matic's blockchain, on Chainlink. Where's the use case? Maybe a couple of you who listen to this video could drop some use cases that ADA has been implementing. How many stablecoins are being created on Cardano's or ADA's blockchain? I think there's a couple, maybe one or two. But again, ask yourself the question. Van Lagen is speaking highly of Cardano. But then when you look at the facts, you don't see a lot of people utilizing the market of ADA to generate new protocols, new programs, new development. Okay. So here's the tweet right here. Cardano stands out for its fundamental superiority over Ethereum and Solana, boosting greater decentralization and the notable absence of support from centralized entities like Gemini. This seems like an ad. It seems like somebody paid him to produce this tweet. This was on February the 9th, 2024. 38.9 thousand views. This went on people's feeds. In this bullish market, his top bet is on Cardano. And then you look at some of the comments. No one cares about that decentralization. Greedy retail doesn't. This is Gert's reply. Greedy retail doesn't, but smart money absolutely cares about that for the long run. It seems to me like the smart money wants to have Bitcoin and possibly Ethereum. I don't see a lot of smart money talking about ADA, speaking up on ADA. A lot of the hedge funds, a lot of the ones that's in traditional finance, you don't see them speaking on Cardano. They're speaking on Bitcoin, Ethereum. So maybe as time goes on, like, I'm not here to say that they're not going to speak up on Cardano. Maybe they just haven't seen the light yet of the benefits that Cardano can bring. Let's go further, see what other comments we have. Engagement farming. Cardano doesn't go offline because you can't do anything with it. It's the world's best meme coin. He just clowned Cardano. Whoever Busy Bit is, just clown Cardano. The reason why it doesn't go offline is because people don't use it. It's a lot of hype around Cardano. A lot of hype around it. And you can tell that Gert didn't like that tweet or that comment. Cardano saw inflows in the first 6 weeks of 2024 almost equal to the entire 2023 year. Okay. Take a look. Bitcoin, Ethereum still sits up there at the top. Multi-asset coins, it's number 3. Look at number 4. Solana. Litecoin. And it dwindles a lot lower from there with assets under management. Maybe, just maybe, they should have verified content using digital signatures. Maybe, just maybe, digital IDs would be a great idea here. Okay, so I think that's not correlating with what the article is going into. So we'll scroll back up, and I want you all to give me your opinion about this. Should you be overly enthusiastic about ADA like Gert is? Or should you just kind of pull back some of that excitement? Because it seems to me like that article, that tweet, is just drumming up hype for Cardano. It's trying to stay relevant. That's what it seems like to me. It's like ADA is trying to stay relevant in the midst of a lot of attention being drawn elsewhere. You got to come up with some of these articles. You got to come up with a couple of tweets to make sure that people are still talking about you. That's what it seems like ADA is trying to do right now, because they have nothing going forward in the pipeline that's going to continue to magnify the use case of ADA right now. At least, would you give me that it may not be happening right now, but maybe a year, 2 years down the line, maybe everyone else will flock over here to this blockchain. So here's the price action in ADA right here. Okay, this is where my focus really is on how people value Cardano. And as you can see, it's in a very slight downtrend. It's not dramatic. It's not crashing. So like I said, the overall protocol may have some use case because apparently the market is holding support. Apparently the market is holding right there around 45 cents to 60 cents right now. Let's take a look at ADA on the monthly chart first. Okay, so here it is. Like, it's not bad. It's not dramatic. It's not trading around 10 cents, a dime, a nickel. It's at 55 cents. It's been participating with this rally like many other altcoins have been over the last couple of months. 3 weeks. What about on the 2? How do you feel? Are we bullish into the market in ADA, or should you be bearish a little bit? Because the trend still is higher. Look at it. ADA is still bullish. It's still trending. We haven't broken this trend to the downside yet. And in fact, looking at this here, ADA has bounced off of this trend line off the weekly chart twice. The week of January 22nd and then the week of February the 5th. So we're getting confirmation that the buyers are still supporting price. So right now the idea would be for ADA to continue to go up. I like the 5-day chart too. So we may see the market run up to 60 to 61.5 cents at that first sell zone here that I want to show you. This is a first target right there. And then my second target in ADA would be around 62 to 63.5 cents. Okay. So I'm bullish in ADA, but I'm not as hyped as Gert Van Lagen is, trying to drum up all this decentralization and the fundamental causes that it has as to why it's better than Ethereum and Solana, which if it's not shutting down, going offline like Solana, then off rip. Yeah, that is a good particular protocol or blockchain. But maybe it's because of use case. We don't know yet. Like, we got to get the market for ADA. We got to see developers go to ADA and see what it can actually churn out. And I'm talking about the ADA blockchain. So let me drop this over here on the daily because we're going to get rid of this current price prediction on the chart. I don't like how the market is not trending to the downside. We did see it come down to these buy zones right here on the 23rd of January. And since then, it's been lifting to the upside. So we need to cut this price prediction out. So if we were to get out now, that's 10.63%. And here we are going to look for ADA to go up. Now the first targets has already been laid out. Okay, here's our first target, either at the low, which is 5% move, or at the high, or even in between this first sell zone. At the high is like 11.75%. Okay. Then the second target is going to be at the second sell zone, either at the low or the high. At the high, that's 15.25. And we want to see the market in ADA continue to hold 45 cents, if anything, of us seeing price go down. Okay, so let's just see how bullish the market is. Maybe it won't hit up to 60 cents. Maybe the sellers will continue to inundate this cryptocurrency to continue the down move. But we just have to wait and see. All right, I'm finished. Go ahead and give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.